So we're going to talk about a pretty strange connection today, how the, totally irrational mistakes we all make with our money might actually hold the key to one of the biggest challenges in artificial intelligence. Let's dive in.
Come on, be honest. Have you ever held on to a losing stock for way too long, just hoping it would bounce back? Or maybe you jumped on some hot tip a friend gave you without really doing your homework. Yeah, we've all been there.
Well, it turns out that exact glitch, that little bug in our mental software, the one that can cost us real money, is now the very thing that AI developers are desperately trying to teach to their most advanced systems. And the big question is, why on earth would they do that?
To really get what's going on, we have to start with our own minds. According to financial expert Barry Ritz Holtz, these mistakes we make, they aren't really personal failings. Nope. They are predictable, repeatable errors that are literally hardwired into our psychology.
And this really gets to the heart of it. Your biggest enemy when you're investing, it isn't the market, it's your own brain. So let's take a quick look at a few of the most common bugs in our thinking.
First up, you've got the sunk cost fallacy. This is that little voice in your head screaming, "I can't sell now, I've already lost too much." The problem is, you end up making a decision based on the past, not on the actual real-world potential of the investment going forward.
And then there's confirmation bias. This is our natural tendency to basically build an echo chamber for ourselves. So if you think a stock is a winner, you'll subconsciously seek out news, opinions, anything that agrees with you, while totally dismissing anything that says you might be wrong. It feels great, sure, but man, is it dangerous.
Oh, and a total classic, the Dunning-Kruger effect. This is where a little bit of knowledge becomes a really dangerous thing. You see it all the time. New investors, they get a couple of lucky wins, and suddenly they start thinking they're the next Warren Buffett, and that leads them to take these huge, completely uninformed risks. The bottom line is, these bugs are real, and they are costly.
So if our brains are basically wired to fail with money, what are we supposed to do? Well, we have to build systems to protect ourselves from ourselves. You can think of them as cognitive firewalls for your mind.
Barry Ritz Holtz lays out 3 super simple but really powerful rules to start with. First, know why you're investing. What's the goal? Second, start simple. A diversified, low-cost fund is a great place to begin. And maybe most important of all, stay out of your own way. Just have the discipline to not mess with it. Let compounding do its magic. Okay, but what if you're making more active decisions in the market? For that, you're going to need something a bit stronger. And this brings us back to that idea of cognitive firewalls, a very deliberate process designed to short-circuit our worst impulses before they take over. And here's what one looks like in the real world, a pre-trade checklist. You literally run through these questions before you hit buy or sell. Am I just stuck on an old price? Am I way too confident just because I feel like it's going to go up? Am I only looking at stuff that proves my point? By forcing yourself to answer, you switch from an emotional reaction to a logical analysis. You're actually fighting back against your own biases.
Okay, so we've established that we humans are kind of irrational investors, and we can build systems to help ourselves. Now hold on, because this is where everything takes a major twist. This entire field of study is sparking a revolution in how we think about building artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
See, for the longest time, the goal for AI was to create a perfectly logical, completely rational machine. But a whole new perspective is bubbling up, and it suggests that that goal might be completely wrong. The new goal isn't to build an AI that's just smart, but one that is also wise to our irrational flaws.
And here is the core reason why this is so important. For an AGI to truly collaborate with a person, it can't just spit out the logically correct answer. It has to understand why its human partner might be tempted to do the exact opposite. It has to get our biases.
I mean, think about it. A partner who only ever tells you you're wrong isn't a very good partner, right? A truly useful AGI has to understand our buggy mental operating system to be an effective teammate, whether that's in finance, medicine, or any other complicated field you can think of. And all of this leads to a pretty stunning conclusion, a vision for a completely new way of thinking that combines the absolute best of human and artificial minds. So, one really cool way to picture this is as a 3-layer architecture. At the bottom, you have us, humans, the ones who study and identify our own cognitive flaws. Then, in the middle, you have these practical applications, the checklists, which act like a coach. And at the very top, you have this metacognitive layer, where AI becomes the architect, helping us build frameworks to manage our biases and just, well, help us all think better.
And that is the really profound takeaway here. We are moving way beyond just studying our mental bugs. We're now actively designing a combined human-AI system where each part makes up for the other's weaknesses. The goal is to create a mind that is so much greater than the sum of its parts.
And there's an amazing name for these new tools: cognitive prosthetics. It's a perfect metaphor. Just like a physical prosthetic helps someone overcome a biological limitation, these AI tools are being designed to help us overcome our brain's built-in biases, augmenting our reasoning instead of just replacing it.
So this is the thought I really want to leave you with. All those scary headlines about AI replacing us, they might be missing the point entirely. The true and frankly most exciting future might be one where AI doesn't think for us, but actually helps us think better about our own thinking. So what if the real key to unlocking our own potential lies in our ability to build machines that actually understand our flaws?